Hi. Very warm day. It was probably, I think it said it got up to 88 in Santa Fe. Ben had his last skate camp day. It was just a few hours from with some kids in Albuquerque that came down. So they did have that. So I dropped off some donations. But earlier in this video, you'll see that I went to the library for the first time in a long time. By the way, I hope that you guys are doing well and enjoying your Monday evening. It's about, I think it's like 7:34 p.m. It has been a weird day for me. Very weird. I think I picked up Ben from his camp about, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I don't know what time we left from there. We did get some lunch, but I fell asleep on the way home in the car. Earlier, I started getting a headache in the morning. It's starting again, but I need to take my Imitrex, something or other, sumatriptan, or I don't know, whatever it's called. But I started getting it in my left temple, and it's just like I've been getting them like that for the last like couple weeks on and off that they're like this. So I'll just get this throbbing pain, and it kind of goes around like this, and then this part of my face will go numb. And even like I noticed I was getting like I don't know, like not really numbing, but like kind of, I don't know, like in my neck and everything, and like in my arm. And I know that I've been having issues with my neck, so I'm thinking the headaches and all that, there's something going on there. But I do get like the tingling in my arm and all of that stuff. And I think I've had Bell's palsy before, and that's kind of what it feels like. But I don't, it's not necessarily drooping or anything. It just gets that like numbing feeling. But I do notice that when that happens, this eye, I have a little bit of issues with it. I still have a little bit of issues sometimes when I get tired. It like, will droop a little bit more. Or like if I try to like open my eyes, this one won't always do it like the other one does. Ever since I had the Bell's palsy, which was back in like 2017, 16, somewhere around there. It was the weirdest thing in the world. I don't know if any of you ever had it, but I was actually on my way to Rio Rancho with my dad. I think my mom was already there, and I think my sister Suan was in town, in my hometown at the time where I was living. And we forgot something, or I'm not sure what we were doing, but we were going back up towards where I was living at the time. So I'm not exactly sure. We were going to my house. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, I got this like weird feeling on the left side of my tongue where it felt like I had film, like something was on my tongue. It just felt weird. And after I just got like numb, and I'm like, what the heck's happening? But I didn't have like any other things for a few minutes. But I kept telling my dad, I'm like, it just feels weird. And then all of a sudden I like felt my face kind of like, I don't know, it just felt strange. So I looked at myself at the mirror and I was like, Dad, there's something going on. And he's like, yeah, I think so. I had to go to the ER. Everything was fine other than it was Bell's palsy. No idea why. I have no idea what causes it. It always scares me when this happens, because it's like, is that what's gonna happen to me again? And I know sometimes it doesn't always like go back to normal or completely back to normal. My mom had it when my niece, who is 26 years old now, was, I don't know if it was around the time she was born, something like that. My mom got it. I don't know why or what that's about. I have no idea. So yeah, it's like an interesting little side note from today. So I fell asleep on the way home. When I got here, I still couldn't like fully wake up. It was so weird. So it was hot in the bus, so I got my backpack with my daily Bible and all the stuff to go read some more in the cabin because it was cooler. Took the backpack in there with me, and I was going to put up my table, and I just sat there like I just couldn't like function. So I guess I just kind of laid there, and I was looking at my phone, and I don't remember. I think I put my phone to charge and put it down or something, and I fell asleep like kind of hanging over the backpack like this. And I was like, what is going on? It was kind of insane. So yeah, I fell asleep again until like, at least for like an hour or so. So I woke up, and I'm still kind of like not doing all that great as far as like being awake. I feel a little better, but I just feel like my head is just kind of like woozy, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. So I was trying to do some journaling, and I want to get back into my Bible reading. I was gonna I don't know if I showed this. I think I showed this in my last video, like my end of yesterday's, or the end of the video that will go out before this one. But I'm having a lot of problems with this Bible in the pages. They're very thin. So like I added in the outline of the book. This is some notes that go to some stuff that's in here. And I just kind of wrote in here. It doesn't have a lot of space to write. But I did write in it. These Sharpies, they do bleed through. But I can still read. The only thing is the dots, like where you end it. Like I need to figure out how to like not do that. But I'm gonna continue using them for the Psalms. I'm just gonna deal with it for now. So yeah, I really like this Bible because it is a large print and it's really easy to read. It lays flat, and it's my favorite color, and all the fun stuff of that. It's just that there's not a lot of space, and these pages, like you can even see this on the tab. I don't know if you could see that, but it's like crinkles a lot on these pages. So I don't know. I want to continue with it in here because I started in here, so I'm just gonna deal with it for now. But the next time I do something like that, I'm gonna leave this one where I can highlight and everything in it and make some marks. I'm not going to add tip-ins in this one because not the way I'm doing it now. I may be able to do it. I saw someone today talking about paper mending tape or something like that. And she said it's very forgiving, easy to peel off. So you can like stick something in here maybe. I don't know. I've got to work with this a little bit better. And it might just be because it's not something I do all the time. So I'm still trying to figure it out. And I was going to do the Psalms in my interleave, but I don't know. I wanted to use this one. So this one is my Psalm study Bible right now at the moment. And interleave is going to be basically going along with this one, I need to get a bunch of notes that I've written in this little book. And I don't know, for some reason I think I have some written down on other pages, but or on other pieces of paper that will go into the inner leaves. So that's something I got to work on maybe tomorrow. And then of course my spiral Bible is my laundromat Bible. So, and if for some reason like I don't go to the laundromat for a while, that'll be my something else Bible, because I did talk about that in the last video. I have not got to, really plan out what I talked about then about like picking a Bible for, or not necessarily a Bible, but I guess it kind of will go like that with for like whatever studies like this one. Even as soon as I catch up to this Sunday's was Psalm 3. As soon as I get to Psalm 3, then this will be every Sunday Bible. So that'll be like the one I take with me to Santa Fe on Sunday. And that would be it. That and maybe one of my commentaries if I want to take one. Or I'll use one online because I do have some commentaries that I can use. And then of course this one is just like a daily Bible. And I'll probably pick a day where I do transfer the notes into the other one. And then like the laundromat Bible, if I don't go to laundromat, I'll pick a day where I normally would be like a Monday or Tuesday or something. But anyway, all that rant, and I was going to show you what I got at the library because I have not gone in so long. So I just kind of do what I do. So first, I'll show you the first ones that I got. I was looking for some Ted Dekker books. They don't have any there. I do have some on order from another Bible. I think I need to go to bed. Another library. The Outlaw series. I really want those in paperback for myself. And I have them in my wish list on Amazon. I have so many Bibles and so many books and different things. But those books I really want because there's some annotations I want to make. So if I do get the ones from the library, I'm not going to be able to do anything in the book. So I'm going to have to write it in a notebook. And I don't mind doing that so much. It's just that sometimes it gets lost in all the journals. You know, it's like once it's full, it's put away. And like if it's in the book itself, then I can pull the book out and find the notes. I don't know. That's just like my thought process on that. And right now, I think the books were, I think I get a paperback for like less than $10 on Amazon. And if I get it used, it's like $6.50. But I have one more spot in town to go to. If maybe they'll have it. I don't know. They don't have them. They don't carry them at Barnes & Noble. They did not have it at the Cornerstone Christian Bookstore. I've checked at the thrift stores. I haven't seen any. And the library doesn't carry them. I think they had it on audio only, and I think that was it. I don't think they even had one in that library, that particular library. There's two others in Santa Fe, but anyway, so this is where I went to first. I went to the Christian religion, whatever, Bible section. So I saw this Bible. I do not know anything about it, but I thought I'm going to check it out just to see what is in here. I have a month to look through it, so I'll probably just kind of go through it maybe along with maybe what I'm reading now. I don't know, but it's called the Unapologetic Study Bible. It's a New King James Version, Confidence for Such a Time as This. This is what the back says. Let's see. And it's part of its covers. I don't know. Confidence for such time as this. How do you stand with God in today's culture when the world is... I can't read that part. So removed from his message, I think is what it is. The NKJV, Unapologetic Study Bible, helps understand the implications of the biblical text on your daily something, speech and action. Using articles from Kairos Journal, including a wealth of resources from around the globe and from ancient times up to present times. This Bible will give you confidence to unapologetically define and share your faith rooted in the truths of Scripture. So you can see like part of it's covered with this barcode, so I don't know. So it has the Bible book introductions, 220 articles placed near relevant scripture passages. They bring keen biblical insight to the current issues of the day. Over 70 quotations from historical figures, more than 50 profiles of historical figures. Let's see. Historical figures inspire you to see instances of unapologetical biblical faith in action against incredibly unfavorable odds and in the face of seemingly impossible circumstances. So yeah, it's not a huge text. It's not too bad because of the type of paper. It's not glossy. When they're glossy and they're small, I cannot read that. So, like, I'll show you. This is what this looks like. So that's one of the articles. And it's near Song of Solomon 5:1. And this is talking about the change that we as humans go through. I mean, this is talking a little bit more specifically about women, like how as we age we change, and it's talking about husbands and how they like see their wives or whatever, but it's kind of how some seek out other things, other forms or whatever. So it talks about that and kind of gives you a biblical perspective on it. It has, I don't know who that was by. This one doesn't have an author, so I don't know if it's just part of like the Bible, like some of the devotions and stuff. Then these ones, there's virtue. This is work ethic. This one by John Tillotson, from 1630 to 1694. And then there's one by Dorothy Sayers, 1893 to 1957. So these are just like different people who have faced situations, I guess, that can show how God works. So this is kind of what those look like. Let's see if I can find one of the intros to the Bible. So they even have stuff on economics, poverty and wealth. And this one is quotes by Henry Alford, 1810 to 1871. And they do give topical studies. So like if you want to do stuff on economics or stuff on whatever, it'll tell you where to go. So that's kind of what that one looks like. Still looking. Let's see. So here's the intro to Deuteronomy. Then it also has this. So what I may do, if I need to go through like the Bibles I have as well, but like if this has some information that maybe something that I don't have in here does, then I can like maybe make some copies at the bookstore. I'm at the bookstore at the library. They'll be in black and white, but that's okay. And it does give you just like some overviews and different things of, because it has, let's see, I guess I'm thinking this system, which the features in the study Bible are integrated, is the following grid, which you will see in the introduction to every book of the Bible. So it has this thing here, and it gives you the color for whatever is going on there. So let me see if I can find. So I think that is these articles in the middle, like whatever color they are. Like corruption is like in the reds, and then economics is in the greens. Purple is virtue, is like a purpley pink color. So and I don't know where let's see if where the topical studies are. So this, oh, okay, so in the back it kind of gives you index features for canonical study, for topical study. So there's like one of the pages, and it tells you the category in this one is virtue, subcategory faith, quadrant historical, and then it tells you the profiles of the people who, and so it's Eric Little's Distance Run for an Incorruptible Crown, and then its scripture reference is 1 Corinthians 9:24. Getting kind of dark. So yeah, so that's one. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this or used this. If you have, let me know what you thought of it. And then I found this, Adventures Through the Bible, Home Edition by Racy Stedman. So this is just kind of like an overview. The way it seems to me, like they, let's see, part 1 is a panorama of scripture, part 2, 5 steps to maturity, part 3, the message of history, part 4, music to live by, part 5, the promises of God, part 6, Jesus, the focus of both testaments, part 7, letters from the Lord, part 8, keeping the faith, part 9, signs of the times. That's kind of what that looks like. And then there's a timeline of biblical and world events. And it has like multiple pages still. And then, oh, that's a really nice photo. And then I went looking through the fiction books and stuff like that to see, actually, this one was still in this area. So I got Reflections on Psalms, C.S. Lewis. I think I have this book somewhere, but I don't know. I can't remember. I have a few of his in my storage, but I don't know if I have this one. But I thought, since I'm going through Psalms on Sunday, that maybe I can read this on Sundays. And it's not a very long book. It's, let's see, 138 These are some pages. Fiction books that I got. Just, and how I normally choose books to read, which for the most part has not given me much problems, except maybe a couple times where I've had to take them back, like once at Barnes & Noble. But since I don't really know this book necessarily, but I believe it's considered a classic. So we had talked about before about reading classics. So this is another John Steinbeck book. It's Of Mice and Men. So I thought it's just a really thin book, and I can read this in a month for sure, along with everything else. But you know, it'll be like just kind of something to read on the side and actually read a book. And because I've been listening to a lot of stuff on Audible, but I don't normally do that at home, so I can read the book at home. And this one was in the mystery, well, it was in the fiction section, but in the mystery, I guess it says mystery. An elderly lady must not be crossed, Helene Thurston. And it seems like she's in her nearly 90, an 88-year-old woman. And then this is the problem, is this covering some of the words, but it seems like they found a body. In her somewhere, attic or somewhere in her home. So it's like that kind of mystery book. So who knows? I know this is there is a book, I guess, called An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good, which is also with the same lady, the same character in here, Maud. And it does say that this was translated by Marlene Delargy. I don't know, translated from what exactly. I don't know what the original language of this book was. Oh, from Swedish. So, and this was written in 2020. So it's not that old of a story. I don't know, but I thought it was a cute little book. And I like mysteries, so I don't know if you guys have read this or anything by her. Let me know, and or any like good cozy mystery suggestions. Or I like what we've been listening to right now. There's a lot of Ted Dekker and Frank Peretti, and I know there's another Judah Lamb. So they're kind of like mystery, suspense, thrillers, Christian fiction. So anything or whatever you guys like, just leave some comment, some book recommendations in the comments, classics that you like, whatever, and I'll see if I can get them from the library. So I think I'm going to do some journaling before it gets really dark, and then I'm going to probably head to bed because I am tired and I have PT tomorrow. It's an afternoon appointment, so we'll see what I get up to in the morning. Maybe I can actually edit some videos. So I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless you. Bye.